Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 edition of the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. We're coming to you live here at the Alachua County Agriculture and Equestrian Center in Newberry, Florida. Our exhibitors, the young men and women of the 4-H clubs and FFA chapters here in Alachua County, are pumped, they're excited, and they're ready to show. We're so glad you joined us today. We're bringing you 2 live streams today. At 6 p.m., join us for our steer events, starting with the Steer Bred and Own Show. This will be immediately followed by the Steer Show, and rounding out the evening will be Beef Showmanship. But right now, we've got the goats, starting with the Market Goat Show, followed by the Breeding Goats. Then we'll finish out our afternoon live streams with Goat Showmanship. For this year's Youth Fair, we have a really special fundraiser, thanks to the generous folks over at Texas Trailers. In years past, they've given the Youth Fair a stock trailer to give away for raising funds, but this year they're doing something special. Tickets are still $20 each. Inflation hasn't changed that price, it's the same as years past. But if you win, you get your choice of either a 14-foot Delta stock trailer, fully loaded, or this Capella 2+2 golf cart. If you win, you get to pick your prize. Isn't that great? All proceeds go to the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. To see the rules or to purchase a ticket online, go to ACYFLS.com. Scroll down the page a bit until you see a picture of the trailer and the golf cart. Click on this link and you can buy your tickets right there. Good luck! And remember, Texas Trailers, when you need a trailer, a golf cart, or a trailer to haul your golf cart, there's a Texas Trailer that can handle it. Visit them on North Highway 441, Northwest 13th Street in Gainesville. And when you do, please tell them thank you for sponsorship of the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. Now, let's take you to the arena, where the judge and the show team are getting ready. The goats are getting lined up, and we'll be underway in just a few minutes.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2025 Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show, Goat Show. We are going to begin this afternoon's event with a pledge to our flag, and we're going to have our Addie Worley lead us in.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, in liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. As we get ready to begin today, I want to introduce our judge to you. We are privileged to have today Mr. Kyle Mendez. Kyle grew up in California raising swine, cattle, sheep, and chickens on his family farm. He was highly involved with the collegiate meat and livestock judging through his time at Modesto Junior College and Fresno State University, where he received his bachelor's degree in agricultural education. He then started graduate school at the University of Florida, where he completed his master's degree in animal science, focusing on meat science. Kyle currently resides in Lake Butler, Florida, with his wife, Kendall, son, Henry, and daughter, Olivia. He is a lecturer in the Animal Science Department at the University of Florida, where he specializes in processed meats. Kyle owns and operates CK2 Show Pigs, a 70-head show pig operation with his wife, Kendall, and his business partner, Clayton Lyons. Please welcome our judge today. All right, here is the lineup for today. We are going to begin with Market Goat Showmanship, followed by Breeding Goat Showmanship, and then we will move into our Market Goat Show, and we will conclude today with our Breeding Goat Show. So without further ado, let's welcome into the ring our Senior Division Market Showmanship. We have the following students entering the ring. We have Miss Adeline Ruiz, we have Layla Parrish, Mariana Caballero, and Taylor Trosper. Please welcome these members to the ring.
Go ahead and lead out and set them up just the way they were before, okay? When you get there and stop, okay? We'll try and talk down here so I don't cut the mic out here. Excited to join y'all today and work with your young people. Every time I get the opportunity to judge a show, it's never something I take lightly. I still remember being in these exhibitor shoes here. I used to say not so long ago, but it's been quite a while. But being involved in the livestock deal and trying to make the livestock as good as we can and doing that in an effort to make the kids as good as we can there and prepare them for their future. So anytime I get the opportunity to have an influence there, it's not something I take lightly. I appreciate the fact of being asked to come out here and work with them. And I think this is a great class to get us started today. We start with our senior showmanship, and I'm going to discuss all four of these, and I'm going to tell you my placing here. So we're just going to kind of go down the line and tell them in no particular order. Maybe a thing or two I'd like to see fixed, and give them some compliments on some things that I think they do really, really well here. So starting on this side, one of the things I think you do particularly well is you do an awesome job getting those feet and legs set in the right spot. Everything is square. Everything is set up properly there. The goat's not too stretched or too bunched there. I think your presence when asked to lead is very, very good. Your placement of where you're leading from, I think, is good. They're not too far behind, but we also don't look like we're pulling our goat around the ring there. I think those are good things. If I'm going to be critical, that goat wants to fidget quite a bit. It's really hard to get a great look on that one when that one fidgets and wants to get out of the brace so often. That's getting very, very critical of a showman who's doing an awesome job there. Our showman over here, I think you do a very good job, maybe kind of the opposite of our showman I talked about over here. When you get in the brace, you do a very good job of maintaining that brace. I think if I'm going to be critical here, I'd like to see those feet and legs a little square. If you look down right now, your front feet are a little off and your back feet are a little off. It's not so much that it's ungodly or anything's wrong with it there. We just need to tweak those just a little bit and help that. The other thing is, I'd let that goat's head get down to a more appropriate level there. Because you're kind of rolling your body into it, you're forcing that head back. It's not allowing that head to kind of sit at a more natural position that we'd like. It's hard to do that because you want to get your leg into that, but you're also got to roll your body off of them enough to let that head settle in. Especially with a smaller goat like that one, it's particularly hard to do. But I can tell that you spent a lot of time working with that one, teaching it to hold the brace, and I can appreciate those things. Probably the one that's the toughest to show is our little one here. I asked if we were having fun every day and always we're having fun out here, so I think that's awesome. I love the fact that you came in here to compete, even though it is hard when you have a small one. It's hard to get into the brace. It's hard to do those things, and life's just harder everywhere around there. But at the same time, just judging for the things you do a good job of, we wear up the legs pretty well there. That one doesn't want to lead, and that one doesn't want to hold the brace quite as good for you. If it did those things, I think it might be a little easier. The one thing I really get a compliment for is not try to overshow. When that one's kind of acting up, and to back off and have some good animal husbandry there. I think that's awesome. Our exhibitor over here, I think you do a really good job in terms of just getting into that brace. Feet and legs, probably the second best in terms of placement there. At times you want to turn that head closer to your body, and in doing so, that causes that one to fidget. That's why that one wants to get a little more cattywampus in line here. It's because you're pulling on that head. If you pull my head this way, my body wants to go that way, and that's kind of what you're doing there. So I'd encourage you to just kind of let that head fall a little more natural and get into that brace more with your leg. The other part of I'm going to be critical of our showman here is when asked to lead, maybe not quite as much presence as an exhibitor or two there. I think it's a very, very good set of showmen out here. I'm going to start in 4th place and I'm going to work our way up here. Our 4th place showman is exhibitor 157 here. If you would give him a round of applause. Awesome job. I think this is where it gets particularly tough. We had one that's smaller goat, and then we kind of worked through these other ones. I think it gets particularly close between a 2nd and 3rd place decision here. Our 3rd place is going to be exhibitor 160 over here. Give them a round of applause. And I think this is where the rubber meets the road. You can make your decision. I think one stayed in the brace a little longer. One had their feet and legs a little more appropriate. For me, it's a touch more consistency in terms of feet and leg placement that sorts it. My champion's going to be the exhibitor over here. My reserve champion is going to be the exhibitor over here. Give them both a big round of applause. Good job.
Congratulations to our exhibitors. We had in 4th place Mariana Caballero, in 3rd place Taylor Trosper, in 2nd place Layla Paris, and our winner for senior showmanship was Adeline Ruiz. Congratulations, exhibitors. We're going to move right into our intermediate market goat showmanship. We have 2 showmen entering the ring now. We have Austin Floyd and Mia Marin.
Let's go ahead and walk them. Okay, you're going to set them up in a rear view there, okay? So you go there and you go right on the side of it there, okay? Yep. Go ahead and lead out. Walk them in a circle, set them up just where we had them before. We get to our next, I get excited here, talk on the microphone and apologize. But we get into our next class here, and I think there's a very good pair of showmen. And similar to the last time, I'll kind of discuss my thoughts with each of them here, and then I'll go ahead and tell you where the subtle differences are that are going to make the placing between your champion and reserve here. So our showman here to the left, Exhibitor 156, I think you do a good job. You have absolutely maximum effort. I can relate to that as a show person here. I always wanted to go gung-ho and was very excited about it, and I can appreciate that there. There's no one in life, I think that's one of those life lessons there, that doesn't appreciate the effort there and can't see that you're trying your absolute best to get going in the brace and doing all those things there. I love that. One thing I want to work on is maybe our feet and leg placement just isn't quite ideal. That one maybe doesn't square up perfectly. We get a little overstretched, a little too bunched at times. I think it's one of those things maybe just if you did relax, we maybe get that goat not to fidget quite as much on us ever so slightly. The other compliment I'll give you on the lead, that one leads out very easy and calm for you, and I can absolutely appreciate that. Our showman over here in the green jacket, I love the way you get into the brace with that one. I love your style and your poise and your technique there. You probably got a harder one to show there because its top line doesn't maintain as securely, and so when you have to show it, you almost have to show that top line back into it a little more. That's probably one of the bigger challenges in that one there. At the same time, I think one of the things that I absolutely appreciate that you did here was that when I walked around to the other side of the goat, you switched sides, you knew where the judge was at all times, and you paid attention to that. If I'm going to be particularly critical of one here, it would be that, hang on, let's see if we can catch this one here. Good job. If I'm going to be particularly critical of you, when asked to lead, that one doesn't want to lead very well for you, so you kind of have to drag and pull it just a little bit more. At the same time here, I think both our showmen do a very, very good job, but I've never been one to lie or fib on the microphone. I don't think my decision is very close, and that's not because our second place showman isn't also excellent. I think our champion is just very, very good. Help me congratulate the exhibitor in the green jacket. You're my champion. You're my reserve champion. Big round of applause to both of those exhibitors as they exit. Awesome, nice class here.
Congratulations to Mia Marin, your grand champion intermediate showman, and to Austin Floyd, your reserve champion intermediate showman. And for the junior division showmanship market goats, we have Austin Devia entering the ring. So you may say, oh, well, this is going to be easy, but Austin is still going to have to lead his goat, square up the feet and legs, stretch but not scrunch, stay in the brace. So still a lot of good things to be looking at here as Austin participates.
Remember, if I'm on this side, which side do you got to be on? There you go. Good job. There you go. So when I walk around and go to the other side, which side do you need to be on? There you go. Go ahead and pull that one up and put it into a rear view area. Good job. Go ahead and walk them, okay? Now, I know we have a single entry here, and that doesn't take away from the quality here. I think at the same time, we could take this, it's going to be our champion, even I can't mess this one up here. And I think we could drop this champion against our older champions, and I think would fit absolutely right in there in the mix. So by no means is this a default winner here. There's absolute quality that went in. Feet and legs have been set up pretty darn well almost the whole time. We did work with the showman on making sure we stay on the right side, making sure we pay attention to where we are there. We get in the brace, we hold the brace relatively well. I think a little more work. This one's got a very, very bright future. So I understand that there's may not be any other competitors in this ring right now, but that doesn't mean that this exhibitor hasn't earned my respect and hopefully your respect. As you can see from the outside, this is absolutely a champion level showman. Please give him a big round of applause to recognize our champion in this division, showman right in front of me.
Congratulations, Austin, on earning that win right there. Members of the audience and exhibitors, I want to let you know that if you see the small mic on the judges, you can tune in to the live stream and hear some of the comments that are being made to the exhibitors in the ring, and that's a great opportunity for you to work on your showmanship skills or other things that you want to take away from the show. We're going to move in now to our breeding goats showmanship competition. These are our senior exhibitors. We have Fiona Neesmith and we have Mesa Thrift.
They said she just left. Yeah, like a minute ago. She went to go find Savannah. We didn't run over this way.
closest decision that I'll have all day here, or at least I've had all day here, I should say. And I'll discuss them just like I have before, and then we'll go ahead and I'll tell you my placing. Our showman over here with the predominantly white doe, I appreciate your look and your style and your intensity. That's my speed all day. When you walk in, you command my attention, and I appreciate those things. Where I come to fault with you here is that one wants to fidget and turn and spin quite a bit. It's very hard to get a very good look at that one on the standstill because it wants to fight you so much. The feet and legs haven't been in the right spot, albeit I think you maybe backed off some of that because you knew how much that one was fidgeting, so you're just trying to take what you can get. And I think that's the challenge there. I like your style, I like your poise, but you got an animal that's just not wanting to cooperate today. If that one would cooperate and would set its feet where we want, I think this decision might be a lot easier for me. Our showman over here, I think, is one that maybe doesn't have all the tuned up show style that one might determine the modern day look there. At the same time here, I think feet and legs have been almost immaculately in the right spot. That one doesn't fidget, that one doesn't move, that one will stand there as long as I think you want it to stand there. If I'm going to be critical there, you want to set all four legs. Don't set all four legs. Get one where you want, and at most set 3 legs, right? Because you're setting off of that leg, there's no need to grab the 4th leg too. We should have at least 1 leg in the right spot. Hopefully, when we walk into it, we have 2 to 3 legs in the right spot, or maybe all 4, and we don't have to touch them at all. But that's just being critical there. I think if you can get those feet and legs more in the correct spot more often without having to touch set every single time you move, I think that would just exemplify the fact that that one has those kinds. I would exemplify the fact that that one does have they set up in the right spot more consistently here. So I think it does get particularly close here. I think there's one that I love the style, the charisma, the poise of the showman. There's another one where I think the goat here is making life a lot easier because it wants to set up and show and do those things. Ultimately, it's a team sport. Consistency is going to rule the day. The one that I consistently got the best views of, the one that I felt like despite the fact that maybe I want to dial up this showman's intensity a little bit, I just feel more comfortable in their consistency. Exhibitor 174, you're my champion. You're a tough break reserve. Please give them both a big round of applause.
Congratulations to Mesa Thrift, the winner of the Senior Division Showmanship for breeding goats, and Fiona Neesmith as the reserve champion for breeding goats. We're going to now bring in our intermediate breeding goat showman. Entering the ring, we have Adley Buki, Judson Buki, and Mia Marin. Please welcome these exhibitors to the ring.
Go ahead and walk them. stop them out there. Pull right alongside. Walk them. I said in the previous class, it was probably the closest decision I had, and I'm going to probably say this one might even be closer because I think there's 3 showmen out there that are absolutely giving their all, and I can absolutely appreciate the amount of effort they put in here. And I'll discuss the 3 just like I have before and tell you my placing. Our showman with the black doe here. I love your intensity and your style when you came in there. I think at times there, maybe compared to some others here, we want to reach over, fidget, probably a little too much. I think this is a prime example there. I want those legs perfectly square as much as you can, but this is not something we're going to pull out a level and try and get exactly right, or maybe a protractor is a better term here, I guess, maybe, I don't know. But when you come out here, I think you want to just touch all the legs just a little too much there, and when you do, that causes that goat to fidget. It causes it to kind of roll down on its hip there just a little bit more. I think if you just kind of stay just a nickel more relaxed there, I think that will help quite a bit there. Our showman here in the middle probably had the toughest road to hoe, got the smallest one in here, and in doing so, that's the one that was probably the most nervous when we first walked in here. Maybe just a little more insecure about where it needed to go and what it needed to do today. When that one does settle in, this is probably the best view I've got of it right here, and it looks awesome. Had we shown this one like this the whole time, probably would have made my life real easy here. Ultimately, for me, there's some times that I would like to see maybe you kind of, when you switch back and forth there, you get a little more awkward with your hand placement there, or your transition hand to hand, I should say, because as you're going back and forth, sometimes you're kind of reaching over with your body, and you want to kind of keep that to where it's on that hand closer to the goat there. I think that's just one small little thing there. For me, I'd like that goat to just more consistently, early on, have the feet and legs in the right spot there. Our exhibitor over here in the green jacket, I love your intensity, I love your look right out the gate. Probably hits me with the most show ring presence from a showman standpoint there. Feet and legs have most consistently been in the right spot here. But I want to be critical of this one. It's an older doe, maybe not as highly presented here. I think skin and hair does factor into showmanship some, but I'm not going to discount one that's probably in its working clothes and doing some of that. So I think that is part of it that you got to say, okay, this one's out there doing a job, and it's a little different in terms of its presentation, and probably take that into your account too when you're judging. At times, I think you want to fidget back and forth with that one's head just a little more than I'd term ideal. If we can just get it close and get it set there, and maybe not just fidget just ever so slightly, I think your hand, you want to switch between your hand holds a little much when you don't need to, instead of just locking in and staying focused. I think it's particularly close in this division here. If you would, before I select, give all 3 of these a big round of applause, because I think they earned it. Folks, I said these three showmen are excellent. I'd like you to give them a round of applause and show them some appreciation, please. It's particularly close, but my final placing, first, second, third. Big round of applause, please.
Okay, your intermediate breeding showmanship results ended up in first place, Mia Marin. In second place, Adley Buki. And rounding the class, Judson Buki. Congratulations, and welcome to the ring, the junior breeding goat showman. We have Austin Devia, we have Meredith Kuhn, and we have Sophia Gibby.
Yep. Yep. Just like that. Perfect. All right, who should you be looking at? Me, right? So you got to turn your body. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Are you nervous? No? Not really? Just having fun? Did your goat get away from you earlier? I saw you caught it though, huh? Yeah, you ready to walk him? Okay, go on and walk him in a circle, and we're going to set him up just the way we had him before, okay? Plenty good enough. Set him up right there. Our last round of showmanship here, and I think still quality all the way through in these younger exhibitors here. Again, similar comments here. Feet and legs being in the right position, I think, is crucial. Making sure that you're comfortable out here and having a good time, I think, is important. I'll talk about all three of them, and then again give you my placing here. Our showman here with the green tie, I think, absolute well-presented animal there. Does a very good job in terms of getting feet and legs squared up there. At times, I think we maybe just need to try and manage that top line a little bit. I know that's getting very critical of a showmanship deal, but as you go to higher levels, just making sure that goat balances and blends. Fits. and everything fits together more appropriately there, and I think that will make everything kind of work. Make sure we balance spacing there. I know when the line's a little more stop and go, you got to kind of make your plan, and you held back, which I appreciate, but then we kind of left a bigger gap there. Just make sure you kind of appropriately plan for some of those things there. Our showman here with the black doe, I love that you come in here cool, calm, and collected. Feet and legs probably been the second most correct, but we still need to work on that just a little more, getting our feet and legs in the right area there. I love your style and your intensity, and I think we can even dial that up just a notch more there, because I think you can absolutely be a very, very good showman one day. Our showman over here with the green tie and the white shirt there, I made the comment I saw earlier, your goat got away out there when I first came up to the barn. She got it back, and I love the determination. That goat was never going to win. We got it back, and she even when she led the goat around here, that one's being stubborn, but she didn't let it bother her. She led it like a pro and did an awesome job. Need to work on getting our feet and legs in the right spot. Need to work on getting a little more confident and have more time in the ring, but that's okay. We're in the young stage, and that's all right. It's okay to be those things that you did. I think we have time to improve on and get better every year, all right? So I think it's a very, very good group of three here. In third place is going to be our showman out here in the white shirt with the green tie. Give her a big round of applause. It's our third place showman. Our closer decision between first and second, but at the same time, I take nothing away from our second place showman. Our first place showman was just more consistent, feet and legs in the right spot, and absolutely nailed it. Our champion showman is the exhibitor over here in the green tie. Our reserve champion is the green shirt. Give them all a big round of applause.
Congratulations to our junior breeding goat showman. Our winner in this round was Austin DeVilla. Our second place winner was Meredith Kuhn. And our third place winner was Sophia Gibby. We're going to take about a 5-minute pause right now because the show is going to transition from showmanship, where it's all about the exhibitor, even though it is a group effort, and we're going to move next into the market goat and breeding goat show. So it'll be all about the goat, but the exhibitor does still matter. So while we have this break, I do want to take a moment to recognize a lot of our sponsors. We've been very blessed this year at the Alachua County Youth Fair to have a number of very generous sponsors. So I want to thank Texas Trailers, Farm Credit of Florida, United Rentals, Life South Community Blood Centers, and they're here if you want to donate. Crazy Dogs Event Live Streaming, DW Pest Control, Florida Farm Bureau, Mitchell's Specialty Meats and Bakery in Newberry, Cowboys Barbecue and Catering, SRM Concrete, the Alachua Cattlemen's Association, Alachua County Cattlemen's Association, Alachua County, Florida, Culver's, Edward Jones, GRE Signs, H2 or H Squared Engineering, Snyder Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, Southeast Perimeter Solutions, Ernie's Southern Off-Road of High Springs, Kubota, Land Pride, Gatorland Kubota, Archer Automotive and Tire, Circle H Ag Sales in Newberry, Florida, Southern State Duck Masters, Watson C&D, Gator Pool Builders, Swanee Valley Feeds, ViStar Credit Union, Whitfield Window and Door, Jones and Son Fire, and of course, our friends of the fair. Thank you so much to all of our wonderful and very generous sponsors. I also want to thank Miss Jessica Butts, the goat chair, for the work that she's put into our amazing ring assistants down here. We had Maddie Worley and Madison Stein, two of your ambassadors this year. And then you may not be able to see it, but there are a lot of FFA members and parents back here keeping everything organized. So we're super thankful for that. We'll be back with you in just a moment to get the market class underway. Okay, breaks up. Here we go. We're going to bring in our market goat class number 1. Entering the ring, we have Mariana Caballero, Layla Paris, Mia Marin, and Austin Floyd. I wanted to remind you that you can tune into the live stream. It'll still be available even at the conclusion of the show, and that'll be a great opportunity again to hear some of the comments and some of the suggestions that are being made in the ring that we may not be able to hear up here. I also know that you've probably noticed we have a photographer, so if you want to find photos by Bree on Facebook, or she's got QR codes up that you can scan to make sure that you get some of today's ringside photos. So here we are, class 1.
All right. Pull them up into a rear view. Step off of him. Step off of him so I can see his front. Yeah, just like that. We get into this class, and I think there's some tough decisions to be had here, especially between these top pair. Ultimately, with me, the one that I choose to land with is the one I just feel like has the best carcass merit there, and that's going to be the exhibitor in the green jacket over there. Please give her a big round of applause. I'll be the first to admit there's one problem with this one. If I could tweak it, it'd win easy here. It wants to get easy in its top line there. That one right behind its shoulder does not maintain the levelness I term ideal. I get my hands on that one. It's still the freshest and the fullest. It's still the most massive in terms of its hip and pin width there, and I still deem it the best carcass composition while still being the big-chested, clean-fronted, long-necked one of the group there. Now the one that initially catches my eye here is the Exhibitor 159. That one's shorter, more proportional and boxy there. At the same time, that one's deeper chested, that one's shorter fronted, that one's shorter necked. Where I really would can fall in love with this one, I expected to get my hands on that one and it to have the freshest and fullest top. I got my hands on that one. It's flat, it's more triangular about its top, and it's more peaked in terms of its muscle shape. If I could make that one fuller and more hydrated in its top, I can call that one the meat and potatoes option, and I can run that one to the top of the class, no questions asked. Certainly one that I appreciate for being stronger in its top line there, but I need more freshness, I need more hydration, I need more fullness to its top. If we could do that, and we could push that one up a little more, there's no doubt that that one would be an awesome class winner. Please give a big round of applause for an awesome second place goat in this class. The one that falls in third is a good looking one that I like from the side that has some hip shape to it. That one gets a little more tubular about its center body, a little more frailer and more fragile about its bone work there. And that one also probably is the furthest from being market ready in terms of a finish standpoint. I need to put some more on that. I think that would add just that one's fill level, get that one to fill out a little bit more, and I think that one could play on the top side of this class because a very nice one to go ahead and be in third here. The one that's going to round out our class is one that just gives up a lot of size and performance in a market setting here. A one that's good in its own regard, probably just a little small and immature here today, but that one just, if we can go ahead and just judge it on its own there, a nice goat in its own regard, good and balanced in its lines and symmetry there. We just need to see more of it, more maturity, really, to make it more competitive with the top three. Give all four of those exhibitors a big round of applause. Very nice class.
Winning Class 1, Mia Marin. Second place, Layla Paris. Third place, Austin Floyd. Fourth, Mariana Caballero. Congratulations to all of Class 1. Please welcome Class 2. Entering the ring, Austin Devilla, Adeline Ruiz, Taylor Trosper.
So go ahead and give them where you want. Pull them up into a rear view. Just turn them. We get into this next class, and I'm not one to waste time if I don't need to. I spend a little more time in showmanship and put them through their paces there. When it gets into this class, I think it becomes quite logical. My mama told me not to lie, and especially don't lie when you're holding a microphone. There's a gangster in this class very, very easily. Help me congratulate that big, heavy muscle beast over there. That's going to be the class winner in this class. Now, I want you to take nothing away. We have a very, very good second place goat here, okay? And I want everyone to know all three of these are blue ribbon goats here because we have three very, very nice ones here. Just one very special one to lead off. This one, heavy muscle, sound, comfortable, good looking, blends and balance. One thing in particular I can compare to the one that does win. This one's wider in its pin set and its upper hip shape. And I love that one's tail and its tail set. That one's very appropriate for where it should be. That one's tail wants to just absolutely point up. Why? Because it has a good length of hip. Why? Because it is appropriate in terms of everything that fits together and blends very, very well. Very nice goat as well. Just runs into a very, very good one in terms of this market setting. The unfortunate news comes for you. Had you been in that previous class or a different decision here, I think you could even push to win a class. Unfortunately, you come into this class, I'd call you the lightest muscle. If you were in a previous class, I'd probably call you one of the heavier muscled ones. Two very, very good ones in front of you. A nice goat, just runs out of muscle and power and width compared to the ones ahead of it there. Just not as full and hydrated when I handle it on its top. Please give some love to these three kids over here. Do an awesome, awesome job in a very competitive class in this market setting.
Congratulations to the class winner, Adeline. Second place, Taylor, and third place, Austin. So that's going to lead us into the final drive. So, Adeline, you can stay right there. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're going to keep first and second, all right? And we're going to bring first and second from Class 1 back out. So, in the ring, you'll have Mia Marin, you'll have Layla Paris, you'll have Adeline Ruiz, and you'll have Taylor Trosper. So all four exhibitors now competing for Grand Champion.
It's been a very good show to only have two classes here. Quality is very deep here. I think it's been fun. I know we still got a breeding show on a breeding show to go. I think I'm just talk too loud and I just get excited and that's what happens. I'm sorry. I'll try and keep it down here. But I'll tell you, I am excited. I'm excited because I've had such fun working with these young people. I'm excited to work with awesome livestock here. And I'm excited because I get to go walk out and I get to shake the hand of the grand champion here. It's been a very, very fun show. If you would, give some love to these four kids that made the final drive. Folks, this is the champion drive. This is a kid who they've worked many, many months for this. I said, let's give some love as I congratulate your grand champion here. So give some love, this exhibitor right here, your grand champion.
Your grand champion is Adeline Ruiz. Congratulations.
I thought probably tipped my hat pretty good, or tipped my hand pretty early on that one. I thought that goat was just awesome. The decision came here between for reserve. I thought there's one that handles with more impressive top shape here in our little class winner, whose necktie is just a little higher there. At the same time, I have concern with that one's top line maintaining enough quality there versus one over here who is so complete, so balanced, so well fed. I'll be the first to admit, maybe just there's just a little more condition or finish than I term perfectly ideal. But guess what? When you get to that weight and you're that good and that complete, I ain't gonna beat you today. You're my reserve champion.
Congratulations, Taylor Trosper, your reserve grand champion. Congratulations to each of the exhibitors here in the final drive. We had an excellent market goat show, and we are now going to move into our breeding class. All right, we're going to do our Market Go Champion pictures after this breeding show. So we're going to go ahead and bring our Class 2. These are junior does that are between the ages of 6 months and 1 year. Please welcome Adley Buki, Austin Davia, Judson Buki, Meredith Kuhn, Mesa Thrift, and Sophia Gibby to the ring. Parents of the exhibitors, I have some really exciting news for you. These photos that are being taken have already been paid for, so don't miss your opportunity to get some really excellent pictures of your exhibitors out here today. Remember, that's Photos by Bree. You can find her on Facebook, or you can scan the QR codes.
we get to this next class, and I think that we do have the biggest class we probably ever had, but probably the closest decisions we've had all day in terms of our confirmation side when we get into this first class of breeding does. The one that I'm going to choose to lead off with, I'll be the first to be critical of one here and say that I want this one to be stouter legged. If I can put bigger legs on this one, it wins with a 10-point cut, and it's not close. If I could make this one just a nickel less fragile in its bone work. But when I step back and I ask myself, which one's the long-fronted, the clean-fronted one, the one that has the correct shape and sweep to its lower rib cage, while still having the most muscle, width, and power and being sound and correct, that's Exhibitor 181. Help me congratulate that exhibitor. You're going to have my class winner in this particularly very tough class. Give him a big round of applause here. The one that I want to gravitate to is the exhibitor there in second. I think you do such a good job in terms of having one that is so slick-necked and almost no jaw to that thing whatsoever. That one does have some bigger legs there. My questions with this one come from the fact that it's a little bigger shouldered, a little deeper chested, and that one maybe, when I get right on top of that one, doesn't read quite as genuine in terms of its muscle shape and dimension as our class winner there. If I could put the same kind of top that our class winner has in that one, I think it's a winner, no doubt, though. I think just maybe today, maybe not quite as fresh and full and ready to go and looking to show ready as our class winner there, but a very nice one to go ahead and fall second here. The one that's going to go ahead and land in third to me is one that's boxy and square, and I can appreciate those things. This is the one that's the most modern in its kind. Wants to run downhill ever so slightly, if you will. It's a little deeper chested as well, a little shorter in terms of how its hips is constructed there. If I could go ahead and just lengthen this one, give it more frame and fill that one out. I love that one's depth. I love that one, how filled out that one is in terms of that deal. I love the squareness to that one's top there. I just need to see more of it, and I need to see that one go ahead and just have a notch bigger frame size there to compete with the top two. The solid black doe that comes in fourth is one that I love in terms of its look from the side. That one's long-necked and deep-bodied there. I get behind that one. That one's just narrower compared to our top three there. Just not quite as filled out and robust there. I want to see that one bigger chested. I want to see that one have more muscle there as it leaves us as well. The one that's going to go ahead and go in fifth is one that's got some top, got some width to it there. That's a deeper chested one. That's the one that's not quite as feminine about its face. That one maybe just doesn't have the feminine look of the ones right above it there. The one we're going to round out the class is one that's still a good project for our exhibitor here. Maybe gives up some size and performance here. Maybe just gives up some maturity here to the other ones as well. I think that one with time could be more competitive in this class here. Give all 6 of these a big round of applause. They exit. Awesome job.
All right, congratulations to this class. The winner was Mesa Thrift, followed by Judson Buki, Austin DeVilla, Adley Buki, Meredith Kuhn, and Sophia Gibby. Congratulations to all the exhibitors in this breeding doe class. Our next class exhibitors are going to be exhibiting junior does that are between the ages of 13 months and 2 years. We have 3 exhibitors entering the ring. We have Austin DeVilla, Fiona Neesmith, and Mia Marin. Please welcome these exhibitors to the ring.
I think we have 3 very good representatives in this class, and I think we have 2 on the top of this class that are very, very good. For me, the subtle differences that I see, the one that we're going to choose to lead off with, I think maintains its top line just a nickel better, ties its neck just a nickel higher there, and then does so while still maintaining more muscle shape out of its hip and stifle there. The exhibitor in the blue jacket there, that's going to go ahead and be your class winner. If you would, give him a round of applause. Initially, I remember this one from Showmanship, and I thought this one would be hard to turn in a breeding setting, and I think it still is, because this one's square and boxy and complete. I want to strengthen that one in its top line. I want to make that one just a nickel more unique about its front end, and compared to the one right ahead of it, I think just give it a shot more in terms of its stifle and the seat of its pants as it leaves you there. But that's a very, very good second place animal. If you would, show some appreciation to that exhibitor as well. Awesome job. A very good doe in its own regard here, and take nothing away from the doe that's going to be in third. I think that's a blue ribbon animal. I think just the thing that I take away from this one here, just not quite as enough bone, not quite enough mass and thickness compared to 2 very, very good ones in this class, but a good one in its own regard. Give all 3 of these exhibitors one round of applause. Say excellent. Awesome job.
Congratulations to your Class 3 winner, Fiona Neesmith. Second place was Austin Devilla, and third place was Mia Marin. The Class 5 group consists only of a single doe, but this senior doe is less than 3 years old, and she has freshened. So we want to welcome Miss Mesa Thrift as she exhibits this doe.
Single entry here, and we won't take all the time in the world. This exhibitor's been in the ring a few times already and has had a great day winning some classes and winning showmanship already. I asked the exhibitor, I said, is this one that I saw a few years ago? I remember it had some distinctive markings, and it was good then. It might even be better now. That one's deep, bold, wide, robust, good looking, looks like a female should, regardless of species. It doesn't matter if it's a pig, a cow, a goat, or a sheep. When they have the depth of body that is proportional, when they have the right sweep of rib, when they have the right length of neck there, and everything looks like a female should there, that's a very, very good one. Please give this exhibitor a big round of applause here with a very nice single entry in this class.
Congratulations, Mesa, for entering this class and exhibiting a beautiful doe. Our final class is Class 6. These are senior does between the ages of 3 and 5 years old, and these does have also freshened. Please welcome Judson Buki and Mia Marin.
Very good pair to round out our show here, and I think there's quality in both of these here. The one that I term is going to be our class winner is going to be the exhibitor in the white shirt out front there. I feel like that one's just fuller, that one's fresher, that one looks a little more show ready here today. At the same time, still in its working clothes, still looked like it's getting its job done there. Everything kind of fits together properly on that one. Looks like it's going to go out and do its job tremendously well. Looks like it's already been doing its job tremendously well. I think very good place to lead off. Give that exhibitor a big round of applause here. The one that's going to follow in second, if you want to argue that this one's longer necked and longer fronted, I won't disagree here. For me, that one's more frailer and more refined about its bone work. That one doesn't have the same shape and expression of muscle and chest width that class winner does, though. But big round of applause to those exhibitors here. Very nice class to round out our show here. Looking forward to the champion drive.
So for that Class 6, Judson Buki won the class, and Mia Marin was the runner-up in that class. So as we move into our final drive from our first class today, which was actually class number 2, Mesa Thrift's doe is going to enter the ring, being shown by Layla Paris. Fiona Neesmith was the winner from class 3, Mesa Thrift from class 5, and Judson Buki from class 6. Here we go on our final drive. If you see students over here to my left, that is because we are going to end the day with a bred-owned class. So once we find our breeding goat grand and reserve champion, we will have a bred-owned class to conclude our afternoon.
We get here for our champion selection, and first, if you're still with us and hanging out with us, let's show some appreciation for the folks putting on this fair and give them a big round of applause. This doesn't happen without a lot of effort. Kids, if you see the folks that have helped, do your best to make sure you say thank you. They're taking time out of their day. They could be at work, they could be sitting on the couch eating bonbons, doing all this, but they're investing in you over here because they absolutely believe that this show is very, very important, and they want to do what's best for you and make sure that they invest in you guys here. So make sure you do that. At the same note, take the chance to make sure you go and thank the folks that got you here, be it your parents, your ag teacher, whoever took the time, energy, gas money, and whatever it is to get you here. They did not do it without sacrifice. So make sure you take a second to just hug their neck and tell them that you absolutely love them and you appreciate all the sacrifice and hard work. I can tell you now, I used to say that on the microphone, but it's a whole nother level when you become a parent there, just to have your kid come up and say thank you. It may not seem like something small. Whether you're first or last, make sure, regardless of what some silly guy's opinion is, make sure you take time to be appreciative, be grateful, because those are some of those things that they can never take away from you. So spend time with your family and do that. Thought it was a tremendously good show here. It was lots and lots of fun. I think it's pretty logical for where my champion is. That's the exhibitor right here. Congratulations on my great champion.
Congratulations, Fiona Neesmith, breeding doe grand champion.
Baby cows.
We get out here for a reserve selection, and I think it gets particularly close here and take nothing away from the ones from the early class and the late class. It comes down to the two in the middle. Then if you're following along ringside, those are the two big-bodied ones. Those are the two that look like females and have the appropriate sweep to their rib. Looking like it doesn't matter what species you made them there, they'd be high-quality ones. When I just start weighing the pros and cons, there's one that's stronger about its top line. There's one that's longer about its neck. It might be showing just a little more age in terms of its muscle shape and expression today, but still shows all those indicators that it's going to go ahead and produce that into the next generation. I like this red and white one here out of the third class. That'll be your reserve champion. Help me congratulate that exhibitor. Awesome job.
Congratulations, Mesa Thrift Reserve Grand Champion Breeding Goat. So we have one final class, and I think it's going to take just a moment to get some of our exhibitors in place. That's the bred and owned class. You'll see Mesa Thrift, Meredith Kuhn, Judson Buki, Austin Davia, and Adley Buki. So as they transition, I just want to say congratulations to all of our exhibitors today, and I want to say a thank you again to Mr. Kyle Mendez for coming out to judge the show, and all who've helped ringside and back behind the scenes, and then of course our generous sponsors. So the next time that you have a decision to make about where you're going to spend your money, I encourage you to look around the room at the signs that are posted and along the back of the arena, and remember that these are the people that are supporting our children. So if you have the opportunity to return the thanks and support them, I believe that would be a really wise decision. It's been a really wonderful show. I'm excited to see this final drive of animals that have been bred and owned by the exhibitors. So once they've had just a moment to switch out their animals, we'll bring them in the ring and end with that grand finale. These exhibitors aren't playing around, so let's welcome Mesa Thrift, Meredith Kuhn, Judson Buki, Austin Davia, and Adley Buki, your bred and owned class. While our judge is thinking, I did want to let you know that if you're having trouble seeing, it could be because we have your glasses up here. So if you're missing a pair of black-rimmed glasses, they are up here at the announcer stand. Also, don't forget about photos by breed.
We get out here for our selection of our champion bred and owned, and this is a program that's near and dear to my heart here. Growing up, we always strived to produce the best livestock we could. Didn't matter if it was cattle, sheep, hogs there. Goats kind of picked up there towards the end of it. We did have one goat or one doe over there at the farm for a while. I'm not going to say that we were goat breeders. We certainly were far from it there, but I can tell you I understand the amount of work and energy and effort it takes not only to get a project here, but then to have a bred and owned project. So if you would, please give these kids a big round of applause for going to the next level and taking us to the awesome level here. At the same time, sometimes you come to a bred and owned division and you look around and you go, oh man, what do we got in here? That's not the case here. You look through all 5 of these and you see tremendous quality. Anyone around ringside can see that. So kids, give yourself a pat on the back. Parents of these kids, give yourselves a pat on the back because you did an awesome job taking this deal and raising them right, taking it to the next level here. I understand you got to buy stock and you got to buy livestock and do all that. I think that's important too, and trading livestock and doing all that. But getting these kids involved and allowing them to breed their own projects, I think is just so next level in how this is done here. So if you would, give one more round of applause to these kids as well as their parents and families for getting them in this awesome program. It's similar to the first class. I think there might be one or two more in here, but it hasn't changed my opinion. Our grand champion is going to be the exhibitor over here. Our reserve champion is going to be the exhibitor right here. Help me congratulate both of those exhibitors on an awesome show here today. Very good job, guys.
Congratulations, Mesa Thrift, your grand champion, and Judson Buki, your reserve grand champion. And congratulations to all of you as you exit the ring. Again, it's been a privilege to be a part of the 2025 Market Goat and Breeding Goat Show here at the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. The weekend is just beginning, so don't go too far. We have many more shows coming up. Have a really wonderful afternoon, and goat exhibitors, don't forget, some of you still need to get your pictures made. Thank you so much.
That's all for this afternoon's
Again,
live
don't
stream of the
forget,
Alachua
go
County
to
Youth Fair and Livestock Show. A recording of this afternoon's show will be posted on the fair website, ACYFLS.com, and on the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show YouTube channel. Be sure to join us again this evening for our steer shows and beef showmanship contest. Our live stream begins at 6 p.m. But for now, how about you head over to our website and buy your tickets for the big giveaway. This year, you get your choice of either a 14-foot Delta stock trailer, fully loaded, or a Capella 2+2 golf cart. If you win, you don't get both. You have to choose one or the other, but what a great choice that would be. These items have been generously donated by our friends over at Texas Trailers. Tickets for this giveaway are $20 each, and all proceeds go to the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. To see the rules or purchase a ticket online, go to ACYFLS.com, scroll down the page a bit until you see a picture of the trailer and golf cart. Click on this link and you can buy your tickets right there. Good luck! Thanks for watching this afternoon's events of the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. We'll see you again at 6 p.m.